Hi guys and welcome back. We're going to be watching Coraline today. All three of us are blind to it. You guys have been requesting this for a while and it just won on our Patreon. So Storm here.
Good. Mom here.
Kimmy here.
I've been wanting to watch this, and reading the description on Amazon, it says, from the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas comes a visually stunning stop-motion animated feature about Coraline Jones, who finds a secret world that's just like her own, but better. Ooh. It was animating before, because when you go on Amazon, it'll show you a long clip, like a trailer or something, so try not to see that. But I scrolled down, and I saw that the bottom of the image froze, so that was good. So now we see Coraline. I think that's her. And what a fun name, too. I mean, it sounds a little backwards to me. I don't know if it's an actual name, Coraline, like a common name or not, but it sounds like
I've never heard of Coraline. I've heard of Cora, and I've heard of Caroline and Carolina,
yes.
But that's interesting. I like when the people twist.
I've been wanting to see A Nightmare Before Christmas. We almost saw that last year, but we had so many other requests that won, so we watched those
Maybe
instead.
this year.
So maybe this year, yeah, because I've heard great things about that one. So the director of this film is Henry Selick. I hope I'm saying that right. And I was thinking Tim Burton, because I think Tim Burton produced A Nightmare Before Christmas. But we'll find out when we watch it as well. I'm sure you guys will let us know. And yeah, so I'm excited to get into this. Shall we just watch and see what's going to happen?
Yes, love to.
I love animations. We all do for the most part, right?
Yes, we do.
Coraline. It's like kind of morbid too. Like,
Oh my goodness.
sounds like an operation.
Yeah.
And they're all needles. The hands.
Did you make a voodoo doll of her?
I know.
It's a decision.
Show me the well.
Ooh.
Oh, look at. Oh.
Dowsing rod of yours, it's poison oak.
Oh
Oh
no.
my gosh. Oh no.
Oh no. Hope she didn't touch her face or
Sorry
anything.
about that.
Oh no.
We sold in a well
yes.
yesterday, Mom.
That's nice.
That's nice. She's not even listening at all. This poor girl.
Attention. She wants
Oh,
it.
This house is 150 years old.
Ooh,
my
ew,
God,
ew,
don't
with her
bounce like
hands.
that.
Ew, ew.
Oh my god. Oh, this is.
No, 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 no.
Way.
Always save.
Come on, got short now. Yes. You gotta be careful with electrical.
Don't push.
Doris. Where are you hiding?
I'd be like, what the freak just happened?
Yeah.
Old house. Ah.
Ooh, come in here.
Ooh, something came out of it. Oh, spores.
Nice. Come with me.
It's one, yeah, because bouncy mouse.
Right,
What are those called?
Yes.
Mom?
Mom's cooking, and it's beautiful.
You're just
Ooh.
in time for supper, dear.
Oh, that's creepy.
Big girl, she's got to be dreaming.
My mother.
She's like, okay.
She's so lonely. She just
It's nice. Everything's unpacked.
is imagining this.
Coraline.
Well, here comes the gravy train. Choo choo.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, that's a good idea.
Come home.
Oh, that's good.
We've been waiting for you, Cora.
What's shaking, baby?
That one could go in the closet.
Ooh, that one too.
Oh my god.
I know. Is it really a dream?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right? I'm
yeah.
thinking it's a dream.
Everything changed.
So,
Oh, sorry. I'm Coraline Jones. No!
Oh, jeez.
No, it's no happy.
Oh, jeez.
Put the kettle on! She'll be having the oolong tea.
No, I don't know. I'm sure she'd prefer jasmine.
Oolong.
Jasmine it is, then.
I see a very peculiar hen.
I see a giraffe.
Giraffes don't just fall from the sky, Vivian.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's all misty now.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Kid.
Oh, yeah.
You mind?
That's frustrating. Ew. Yeah.
Would you go fetch your father?
My other father.
Your better father, dear.
Better father. They're buttering you up for something.
Oh, yeah, they sure.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you forever.
Oh.
Praying
Okay.
mantis.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, jeez.
Is it a face? Yeah.
Oh, the blue hair.
God.
Oh God. Can he open his mouth?
Oh, wow.
He looks much better with that, huh?
Yes, it does.
Oh God, look at her huge boobs.
Put them back.
My other mother would get them.
Maybe she should buy all your clothes.
Oh, see, this is gonna entice her to go back even more.
Mhm.
Thanks, Neil.
Smart cat. He's like, oh no. Oh, the same cat.
Ivy's got a cat like you at home.
This one doesn't have buttons, so it's
Yeah.
from your home.
Yeah.
I'm me.
It's Keith David.
I can see you don't have button eyes, but
Oh my gosh, he is actually naked with the freaking shells and stuff. Oh my God. I'm scarred.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's a break.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
Bam.
my gosh. Whoa.
Oh God, I gotta see this now. Oh, creepy.
Oh, so when they were younger, I don't know.
For you, our little doll.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
have Ooh.
I'm gonna sew your eyes.
So sharp you won't feel it today. Ow!
So sharp,
No,
feel
I'll
thing. Ew. She's gonna still be there.
Mom, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Her strength is our strength.
Oh, so he's not even.
He's just a puppet.
Yeah.
How do you taste?
Oh God. Ooh.
It's really a rat.
But this one was sounding an alarm.
So he's really helping her.
Chocolate never hurts. Like what?
Ew, yeah, everything's
They're
gross.
cocoa beetles.
Yuck.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Locked her in.
It just gets worse and worse. Oh, it's a friend. It's Ryby.
Okay.
She force smiled him.
She did.
Where are they? Oh, it's
It's been a
old.
while.
Oh,
Why?
gosh. Oh.
Hi.
Dad,
I'm digging in my garden right now, but leave a message and I'll get right back to you.
Oh,
Get in my garden.
garden.
where have you gone?
We know just what you need.
Oh God, 1921.
Oh, there we go.
That's right.
Oh, Mom and Dad.
Dad. Oh,
Good night, Dad.
Oh, a cat.
Mom, Dad.
Frozen?
Oh, she did this to them.
Oh, we made. Ooh,
Oh, she made them too.
creepy. Like, is that okay?
Yeah, right.
No.
Coraline,
Mom!
I think it
Is
might
it
be a trap.
Real mom?
darling.
Look at her eyes first before you hug.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Nope.
Now don't be difficult, Coraline.
Ooh, look at the
Have a
father.
seat.
Look at it.
Now they're gonna be nasty.
Yeah, because now she doesn't have to make it enticing for her.
Ooh, big stingers.
Mm.
I like
Oh, they took her eye holder. I spy with my little eye. One eyeball.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, they're dog bats.
Yeah, yeah.
Creative.
Rab. Ooh.
Ooh.
Come in, darling.
What was that?
Mice, rats.
Ooh. All the
Oh, have fun.
Oh, everything's slowly peeling up. Wow, you're really running out of time. Oh, see the hands?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
Those are the hands that made the doll.
That's right.
Oh, the poor cat. Pull the buttons out. Pull the buttons out.
Scratch
Yeah.
out. Good.
Got him.
Oh, the vibration's just like a
She's
spider.
gonna know right where
Where
she is.
Ooh, souvenir.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll die without you. That's great to know.
It's coming at you. Okay, what is it? Not a doll.
What is it now?
Oh no! What is that?
Oh, the glove she wanted.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yo, gross. Is she gonna go into
Oh,
the
she's trying to pry out.
Ooh, that hand at least.
Oh, creepy hand. Ooh, that's
Ooh, needle
creepy.
spider hand.
Oh, yes.
She goes.
Oh my gosh. She's,
At least it's still attached to her.
Yes.
yes.
You can drag her over all the way
Oh
back.
my God. Oh God.
Ah,
Oh.
goes.
Whoa!
He's down there too. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Fine.
That was insanely good. That was good.
It was. It was really eerie.
It was.
Very-
I didn't expect it to be that
my
eerie. Like, I knew it had like a Tim Burton feel to it. This was creepy. That was
It
my
was.
favorite
Very
word.
creepy.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
kept
creepy.
saying that. It was so freaky to me. Like, the
Bizarre.
story was wonderful. I mean, the mystery behind everything, we wanted to know more, right? We were so quiet.
We
That's
were,
right, yes,
and
definitely.
I all along thought the grandmother was the mother.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, where she
I
had.
know.
Wivey's grandmother was originally the mother, and it wasn't. She was just didn't want him to go in there because she was afraid he was going to be taken.
Yeah.
That's right,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought she was the mastermind behind everything,
I
and
did
she
too. I
made
thought
that
so,
doll.
definitely.
Yeah, and I thought she made that doll and was like, ooh, like knew that she was gonna move in there and be like,
Yes.
oh, and give it to her or something,
yeah.
and you know,
Right,
why
because she was
like,
the owner. She must have screened all the tenants coming in there and knew there was a child coming in. Oh,
Mm-hmm. And with Wybie in the beginning, he was like, well, I'm not supposed to talk about it, so I was thinking that he knew the bad. I mean, he
Yes.
knew about the sister disappearing, but I thought he knew about, like, coaxing her to have the doll, and then that would do something bad to her, but he couldn't say it because he'd get in trouble. So I thought he knew a lot more about it. So that's why I was like, what the freak is going on? But she had no correlation with that. Like, she,
No.
besides her sister being lost.
and I think he didn't really want to tell Coraline because he didn't want to frighten her. Like, oh, there was a child left. You know, every time a kid comes in here, they're gone. So he probably didn't want to really tell her that because, you know, she'd be frightened.
Mm-hmm. What imagination, too. I mean, this was so creative. I mean, kids
It
have
was very
extraordinary
much.
imaginations anyways, and sometimes you can really take, you know, being a realistic situation and really use your imagination to mix the two, or even having a dream. Sometimes it feels so real, even for
does,
adults,
yeah.
that you're like,
Most
wait a minute.
definitely. I've
Did that
done
really
many
happen?
times, yes.
Okay.
So there
Yeah.
were all these things that, you know, especially with the kid's imagination and her talking to her parents and explaining what happened to her and they didn't believe it. I mean, it was so
Yeah.
far-fetched.
I'm happy
Because-
that she was telling them about it.
Yeah, it does too,
Wasn't
very
keeping
much
it
so,
to herself.
And that was so good on her end because she was very open all the way through. That's her personality.
That's
but her
right.
parents, I mean, from the start, they didn't even pay mind to her at all. Didn't
No,
listen
they
they
to
tried
her,
to
didn't
suppress
care.
everything that she
Definitely.
wanted to do or talk about or even interact with them. She
Yeah.
they were
And it was
Yeah.
sad, but at the same time, it's a lesson as well because no one's perfect. So just because your parents aren't the ideal of what you want, because, you know, and not saying every kid is perfect where they're like, oh, well, I'm right and you're wrong and I should get XYZ. But in this case, with Coraline, like, she just wanted to have attention. She wanted, and she wasn't a brat about it. She wasn't like, like breaking things to get attention. She just wanted genuine attention from her parents, and she never gets it. So to give you that realism of, you know, they do love her, but things aren't always perfect in her eyes because they just don't give her as much attention. I mean, towards the end they did. So you have to still love your parents and just accept what you have to a certain extent, you know? So it's not like she wanted something better, but no one's perfect.
Right.
So you
and
have to accept that.
Yeah, you do. And, you know, they didn't even look at her, what she's going through. She's an only child. Which is not a terrible thing, but she's an only child. They moved her away from everything she knew.
Yeah.
And they're not even, they're so absorbed in their work and getting this catalog out that they're not even unpacking. They're not even getting food. They're not cleaning the house. They're not making her feel warm where it feels more homey. It's just, everything is, they're just so absorbed in their own world, they're not even paying attention to her. And I think that resonates with her just having this fantasy life of, you know, we thought originally she was just having these dreams,
nightmares,
and she was using anything she could to be a friend, even, you know, grabbing a doll. She didn't even think that was weird, that, oh, you just found this doll here and it looks just like me, and she just embraces it because she has nobody.
That's right.
So it's interesting how they were just so absorbed in their own little lives, they didn't even worry about her well-being.
Yeah, not even the poison oak or anything. They didn't even realize she had anything. She was scratching right in front of them, and you know, and they had an attitude problem as well. Like, they were always really nasty to her. And kids can be fresh too, but Coraline wasn't fresh. She just wanted to talk to them.
She just wanted companionship. She just wanted her parents.
Oh, we have a fun little cutscene at the end here with the mouse getting. They're happy mice now. With a hole, so there's no buttons, or there's probably supposed to be buttons there. So, this, like, the animation was incredible. I love stop motion, and it's a lot of work, like any animation we see, but it's a lot of fun. I used to do stop animation in college and had a ball with it. It's just very different. This was very smooth, and the style, it was very stylized, first of all. But even the fluidity of stop motion's hard. So they did a good job with that. And I think they kept it a little bit jagged just to show that it is stop motion, because we have technologies now to make things a lot smoother. So I can tell that was part of the style. And it was just amazingly done. So creepy, though. I mean, just, again, that's
it was,
word,
and you know, not that we have any artistic background. You know, Mom and I don't have that, so we don't see it. But I saw it as more exactly the word creepy. It's just because it's just more like ha ha ha. You know, like I'm gonna get you kind of things. And the mother, that was the creepiest thing in the world.
Well, things were like,
and those sisters. The sisters with a big exaggeration.
I know, that was insane. I was shocked, you know, all the creepiness, like her and her nakedness and her huge boobs with like the tiny shell-like things covering her. I was like, whoa, like, will that up the rating a bit on this movie? But yeah, so this was rated PG. It just felt like it was more than that to me. I mean, it was really scary. And I mean, the style of it being so angular, so sharp, everything exaggerated where it's super long, and everything's like deeply set where you have like almost like skeleton type structures, more like with the mother and how she got very skinny, and you can see her rib cage and really pointy and just almost like a skull, you know, and then spider like at the end too, and just very monster looking. And that was a nightmare. And I mean, kids watching this, I mean, I'm sure a lot of kids watch this. Like, now it freaks me out. I can't imagine watching it as a kid. I would have had nightmares.
Yeah, I would have.
It's very good. I mean, I'm curious. Did you guys watch it as kids? Please leave in the comments below. I'm curious. Did it give you nightmares?
Did you have nightmares after that?
I mean, give me nightmares.
People like different things, and I know it's not made by Tim Burton, but movies similar to this that have like a more scary style to it and darker tones, I mean, you might just get used to it and be desensitized or something, or just enjoy it. Everyone's different. But with me, I'm not used to it. I really enjoyed it, but I would have had nightmares as a kid. Like, this was so freaky.
Definitely.
She was brave, Coraline, to go back and save her parents.
She was a great
right.
kid. I
She's
loved
nice
her
to us,
personality.
I do too.
She wasn't very nice to Wybie at the beginning, well,
Kids.
yeah.
And he was kind of crazy too, kids kind of come off.
He
strong
was, but he
sometimes.
was another lonely he was another lonely
Yes, he
kid.
was.
He was really trying in his own way to try to become friends with her.
Yeah.
And he loved the cat. I'm sure he probably is like, all right, we can share the cat, now, because he loved the cat.
Yeah, because he wanted a friend too, so he had the cat.
Yeah,
and
he was another lonely person.
And almost like the cat was a guardian as well, because he always went back to that world all the time to mess with the mother, because he liked to play games and she liked to play games. So for him to always, again, that was his territory, so for him to kind of get attached to both kids, it was almost like it was meant to be, and he was kind of like a guardian to them or something. But like him being, friends with the lonely boy and then trying to help out Coraline, like, I'm so happy for him. And it was kind of cool too, because usually black cats, which is so sad, they get such a poor reputation. Like, people don't want to adopt a black cat because they think they're cursed or there's something wrong with them because of folklore, like they think that it crosses your path. Yeah, superstition, that it's
I was just the opposite when I was a kid, right, Mom? I had Midnight 1, Midnight 2, Midnight 3. I had 3 black cats, and I loved it.
Yeah, and I've always heard that, like, welfares and stuff, like, they have real problems.
And they were the nicest cats.
Yeah,
too.
trying to have black cats adopted because people really thought they were cursed, and they still do, maybe not as much as they did in the past, but anyways, I like how you have a black cat. It's a haunted house kind of thing, and you have this black cat who is actually a really good cat trying to help you out. He was mysterious, but he even grabbed one of the eyes. He killed the rat to help her out. He gave her clues, not even clues, he was telling her, not detail for detail, because he didn't know everything, and he was genuinely scared too. He was risking his life to help her, and so it was a good partnership.
He was, and he was the perfect, he was the perfect bridge between those two worlds. And so the mother, took all the people, really. She took the sisters, put them into that acrobat. She took all of them. So Coraline really saved the day.
Yeah. No, I guess, did she take all of them? Because I wasn't sure.
I don't know, because they
worked.
became buttons, unless they became copies, and then even Mr. Babinski.
Yeah.
And then at the end, her parents. So she really did save. I think she saved.
It was so bizarre that it could definitely be. I took it as she knew how to make a copy out of everything, that she did actually kidnap the parents, and they were just unaware at the end or something.
All right, so maybe she just took the parents as, this is it. You have to give me your eyes.
Yeah, because the doll was
back.
The doll was spying in the real world and just copying everything, because even Coraline, like, yelling at the copy of Mr. B when he wasn't a body.
Copies,
she's like, you're just a copy. That's why you don't know or understand what's going on. And it was like, I don't know. So I don't think that was them imprisoned.
Okay.
I think they were just all copies, and that the parents were actually kidnapped or something. So that was fun at the end too, because there are a lot of questions, because you see the broken globe, but like, how did they really get out of there? And so I love the questions still there. But that's what's fun about it, because if you explain everything, sometimes it won't really have such an impact. So having kind of like, we know it wasn't a dream, but it kind of feels like it was, but really wasn't. Like, we keep going back and forth.
Right, because even the second night when she fell asleep, I thought she really knew that she was going into that world, because when she woke, then when she really woke up in the morning, the cheese was gone and she was looking for the mice. So I was like, did she know or did she not? I was like wondering, okay, did she know she was in a dream, or did she really go in the world? And then we just found out that she really did go into the world. So it was a good, kind of slowing into, okay, is this reality or is this not?
Just the buttons as eyes. It's a simple idea, but it's a powerful idea, because here, like, you're fabricating something that is so bizarre. You have like these living creatures that have buttons, like they're moving, they look like they're flesh. They have full-on fluid expressions in their face, but they have buttons for eyes. And how grotesque to have like needles and you got to sew, like, take your eyes out. I think that's terrifying as a kid's movie, you know? Like, I think that's, I'm like, I would never stop thinking about that. And then the only way she could stay is, oh, we have to take out your eyes. Like, everything seems perfect. So to be enticed like that, it was a perfect scary story to have.
Sure.
Like,
It was.
a witch.
Yes, definitely.
She gave
Wanting to love
Coraline
something.
everything she wanted, and then the only alternative is, the only caveat is, you have to give me your eyes. And that's just so.
And then everything goes to hell because then you end up getting stuck in that cave thing like the other people. So she was a messed up witch anyways, because like she wanted someone to love, but then not for long, because then you end up
being a ghost child.
Time out, being a ghost child with no eyes, and she just takes your life. So maybe over time, those kids like Coraline, like she started to rebel, and then the witch really, the mother, she became her true self. And they just had bad blood after that, and then she just decided to punish the kids because they wouldn't do what she wanted. So awful. Yeah, like this was such a good animation. Like I loved everything about it. I'm not into creepy stuff, but this was like so good. The storytelling was just so great, and like the characters were awesome. I really did like YB too, and how he was like, they had like such a style to them, and how he was like awkward, and he would always kind of lean over a lot.
Yes. And he was wearing skeleton gloves, which was so weird because it's like, okay, are you trying to rope Caroline into some, in the beginning? I said,
when you see that.
Yeah, because it was very weird. And then at the end, when he was trying to get out of the well, and the spider hand or the mother's hand was trying, and
that spider
it was just so weird because he's wearing his skeleton gloves. So it's like,
and the melting faces, like the father, the fake father, and how he was like melting and turning into a pumpkin because she controlled everything.
She did, and just like her real mom, she wears the pants of the family, so to speak, where she, dominates the father. Like she was the, the force of the family. She told the dad what to do.
Yeah,
and. Mirror family, the copy dad was I'm just doing what your mother tells me to do.
Yeah, so it was kind of funny and very eerie. And it was good at the end too, because we know that Coraline's parents really do love her, and they are wrapped up in their work. Maybe they're struggling for money too. It's a big job that they're working on that'll financially support them, right? So so that was huge for them. And Coraline now, like going through this horrible nightmare, now really respects her parents more and just wants them back. And then they were all happy at the end because they did finally start listening to Coraline and started to
appreciate one another.
Yeah, and started to do the garden, and everyone got involved with it. So it was a really nice ending too, that it didn't stay the same for the parents. And not that they really learned the lesson at all, because they don't even remember what happened, but they always had that intention to be good. Like they are good people. And so it was nice that they came around and actually started to do stuff as a family.
Yes, and I hope it's not temporary. I hope it wasn't because they were pushing this project out. It was the same time they were moving. I mean, we maybe just didn't see that part of their lives on their end, their point of view. We just saw her point of view, Coraline's point of view. So on their point of view, they were probably just had the same crunch line, the same time they had to move, they had to get this out, and now they can do the garden, they can do, so now they can do what they really
So hopefully,
love.
It's more balanced now, because that was a big project that they were working on. And another thing I wanted to mention is Coraline. I mean, maybe I never looked it up or anything, so it's probably a common name now, but it's a fun name, it's a beautiful name for sure, but because I've never heard of it before this movie, I thought Caroline, and they mentioned that a lot also in this movie. So I feel like they changed her name ever so slightly because of the opposite world. And YB said something in the beginning, not word for word, but something about, if you had Caroline, that's like a normal name for a normal life or something. So she was a unique person, so she had a unique life and a unique adventure. So it was a fun wordplay idea to name her Coraline.
Yes, and also to point out in the beginning, no one really called her by her real name because they weren't even paying attention to her.
Yeah.
And I think that also made it very poignant when she did go into the alternate world, everyone said her name right.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's when she's like, oh,
And
I
pull
am
eyes on
accepted
you
here.
all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, good. I'm like so creeped out by it. I'm very amazed by it too. I mean,
That's right.
I don't even know what stood out the most at first, but just going through that tunnel and button eyes and new mother
Mr.
or better
Bubbins
mother
in the beginning, and her parents just letting her.
Yeah,
you know,
he was
just-
bizarrely
whatever.
styled too, and really
Yes.
freaky because he was so fat with like super skinny limbs, but it makes it amusing too. It's like so weird, and I mean that's what's fun about animation too. Like if you keep everything the same, everything in proportion to what's real, like it can absolutely be fun. Like I love a lot of animations like that, but you know, it just really gives you that extra twist to make it even more creative.
Yeah.
Because why do things have to be a certain way? You can do whatever style you want to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Like the sisters
worked
going
well.
downstairs, and you see the sisters. They're so
They were
close.
crazy.
They like to
They're
insult
crazy,
each
yes.
other, like,
Yeah.
oh, but you know they're doing it in a fun-loving way, and then they have all these dogs that they they're getting
It's very
ready to
unique.
Yeah.
go
Like
to.
Character development is great, and even though they were like just already set, like not that they had character development, but like you know the sisters or you know the were they sisters? I guess right?
They
Or
were
they
sisters.
were,
Maple
yeah.
and sisters, yeah.
Maple or
You're so
something.
good with the details, and like they were fun because they were well established and just so different and odd, you know. So that made it fun. And then the you know Mr. B upstairs, like he was so odd too. Again, his style, but his personality and stuff just so
Whoa, yes.
bizarre. Like that's what I love about it. All
That's
these
funny.
characters are so extreme and fun. Like you'll never forget them.
They
because
are, and they're
they
just
stand
an
out so
offshoot of like reality. Like if you really did rent in a multifamily home, you would have different people, and it is
That's
nice
right.
to know that a little kid can hang out with two older women, have tea, you know, do a little seance or do little tarot cards or whatever.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because that's reality, you know. But yeah, it's.
My
I
gosh.
loved Coraline. She was a great personality. The
Yeah.
kid.
When Coraline went into the bathroom too, and on the tile, all those squiggly things going all over. I said, "Oh, they need
Oh,
to clean
yeah.
that
Oh,
up."
the
That's
like
right.
centipedes or
Oh,
millipedes or something.
Whatever
I don't know
they
what they're
are.
supposed to be.
She
but
just like.
So
flat, and they're so nasty. I know, like
Oh.
I hate those in the house. I really do, and I won't hit them with my hand though. I think they have stingers, if that's what they were. I think they have stingers too, and they could sting you. But
I've seen them.
yeah, and they're quick. They're quick. So we had one in the light. If it was, I think it was a centipede. The centipedes are the real spidery ones, right? And we had one in our light fixture in the bathroom.
I
And how
remember you
perfect is that? Because I didn't scream, but I almost like. My heart like sank, and I was like, I knew I was white because like I turned on the light, it was dark out, right? So you just see this centipede running in it, and it looked like a monster going around the room because you just see this like going across the
Reflection.
light and the reflect. Yeah, because that's all you see. And I'm like, oh my! And it was a huge one too in the light. It was like this big. I'm
Oh,
like,
I never had one.
yeah, nasty. So, anywho, guys.
Well, I'm getting creepy.
I know. So great
More
movie.
creepy.
Thank you for requesting this. That was awesome. I mean, you guys can request anywhere. You do it all the time on YouTube, which we try to keep track of. So thank you. And then on Patreon, that's the best place to actually request things because that's where we keep track the most. And we do have polls every Monday, so you can actually vote there for what we're going to be watching next, movie or show. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out our links below, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Great movie.
Subscribe.
Yes.